What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video, and today I'm going to be talking about something I talked about a little bit while back, and that was, of course, with creative players. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what are the best diamonds I can get for cheap? How can I upgrade my squad for the minimal price possible? And a lot of you guys, I don't think, are fully utilizing your creative players, because that is a very inexpensive and not very time-consuming one that you have, and it can be a very, very good player. So I would really recommend to do that. The full video I made at first about a month ago is in the top right hand corner. I really recommend that you guys check that out. In this one in particular, I'm going to be covering pretty much every single position, going over what positions that I think you guys should focus on, and then with each and every position, the best possible build that you can finish out on. Because of course, if you guys remember, for each creative player program is once you get towards the end, there's always this final choice pack where usually it's a balance, a content, or a balance, a contact, and a power, and maybe a fielding focus as well. So with each one, I'm going to be looking at the best possible route. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. I will be moving up here for the time being, just because it will be easier to check stats. First, talking about the positions I think you guys should put a priority on, I would say catcher is one, second base is another, shortstop, and then pitcher. Outfielders, there is so many great outfield options, even gold options, that I really do not think you guys should spend so much time on those. Like I said, getting like the moments done, which I will show you guys the moments very quickly. They are not too time consuming. Some of them are frustrating, but they're really not all that difficult. I ironically have not completed all the center field ones, but I do not think you guys should make the outfield a priority. First base and third base as well, the corners are pretty easy to find, guys. So starting with catcher, and we are going to go over every position, but I just want to say that those are the ones I would recommend the most. For catcher, you have the balance focus, which has about 79, 82 contact, 74, 70 power, 73 vision, 80 fielding, 84 arm, 80 blocking, 50 speed. Remember, this is not with equipment. Equipment is going to add on a lot more. You guys can get these guys really juiced up. For the contact one, we have 90 contact per side, 55, 58, 57 power, 86 vision, 90 fielding, 90 blocking. So his defense actually does improve on the contact one. And then finally, power 70, 70, 90, 90, 61 vision, 90 arms, 70 fielding, 70 blocking, and 40 speed. In my opinion, and first thing first, I definitely want to say, make your guy a switch hitter. If he's not a switch hitter, you are not giving, you're not utilizing your creative player to the full max possibility. So please make him a switch hitter. Honestly, I think I probably would be going with the balance focus. Usually I would say the power, but he only has 61 vision. So if you're playing on Hall of Fame or Legend difficulty online, once you get up to like 700 plus rating, that will be a little bit of an issue. Yes, you can get equipment, but this is 12 more vision straight off. I think balanced is the best way to go. 80 fielding is pretty solid. 80 plus contact and about 70 to 75 power per side, and 50 speed. With power, he only has 40. So I think for catcher, balance is the way that you want to go. And like I said, catcher is one position that you guys really should make a focus on. First base is one I would not recommend too much. You have a bat focus or a balance focus. So the bat, you guys notice he has common fielding, 90, 82 contact, 93, 87 power, 71 vision, and then 62 fielding, 57 reaction. 30 speed. If you look at the balance, he has 67 fielding, 76 reaction, 87, 79 power compared to, okay, that's really not that much of a drop off. And then the contact is not too far off as well. Honestly, I would definitely say go with the balance focus, especially considering I don't know when we're gonna get a patch, if we ever get a patch at this point. So you guys know how horrendous the fielding is. Definitely go with the balance focus. If you want to save you guys ripping out your hair and a lot of frustration, trust me, go with the balanced focus. Second base is another one that I think you guys should really be focusing on. For position players, this is one that I've been working on the most. You have a contact focus right here, 92 contact per side, 90 fielding, 83 reaction, 75 speed. Speed focus right here, I would not recommend to do this. You can get, cleats and other rituals and stuff to boost your speed. I would throw that one out for sure. Balanced focus is pretty clearly the winner that you are going to want to go for. 88, 82 power without equipment is very good, about 80 vision, 74 fielding, 72 reaction, 65 speed. This is kind of like a souped up bias, just instead of some of the better defense and speed, adding a little bit more hitting and bias is really good. I think this is the one that you go for. I think this is a quite unanimous choice at second base, and out of all the builds, I think that one might be one of the best because second base is a weak spot that we get cards for. I think you guys should really spend a lot of your time on the second base one. For third base, we actually have 3 or actually 4 options because counting is hard. Balanced option, you get pretty good defense, 75 fielding, 83 arm, 75 reaction, 65 speed, 83, 78 power, 81, 79 contact, 77 vision. That's not bad. Let's look at the fielding one quick. Okay, the hitting isn't bad, 81, 79 field or power, 72, 74 contact, 70 vision. Then he has diamond fielding for contact focus. He has 86 speed, which isn't going to be too big of a deal at third base defensively speaking. Not much power. Good contact though, power focus. Once again, you're going to be noticing, even though it does say, well, you guys can't see it, but he has gold fielding. It's only 72 fielding, 73 reaction. I think balanced focus is probably the way to go. Actually, no. I'm going to say fielding focus because if you look at balanced, he's going to be almost, okay, the contact, you are going to get a hit, but getting equipment for contact is much easier than getting equipment for speed or power. I think fielding focus might be the way to go because third basemen have chances to make a lot of errors. It's the hot corner for a reason. You're going to want a good diamond defender there. I would honestly choose the defensive option for third base. For shortstop, we have 4 options as well. The first one is fielding. This is a bit different. This is basically Andrelton Simmons. I would not, well, Andrelton Simmons with a hell of a lot more speed. I'm not a big fan of this just because the hitting stats are low. Let's look at the other ones. 90 contact per side, 88 speed, 76 fielding. The fielding receives a bit of a hit, I imagine, for power. Yeah, only 73 fielding, 79 reaction. It says gold fielding, but I don't trust that too much. Only 69 vision. Nice. It looks like balanced might be the way to go for shortstop. Honestly, none of these look very good defensively wise except for the fielding focus. But I think you want to go with the balanced right here just because 76 fielding, 79 reaction isn't great, but it's not bad. And then he also has 80 vision, 84 77 contact, 81 78 power. I think that is the way to go for shortstop, and that is another position I would highly recommend that you guys do. Outfielders, like I said, I wouldn't waste your time. I would have these be your least priority, but of course you can still do these if you are in need of outfielders. At the end of the day, it always depends on what your position is and or you know what position your team is in, not like your physical position. But for left fielders, for the speed focus, I don't know why you would want speed out in left field, but if you do, then you do you, fam. Yeah, do not do that one. That one doesn't make any sense at all. For balanced, we have 83 contact, 82 power, 75 vision, 78 fielding, 74 reactions, about 70 speed. That looks pretty solid. Then arm focus, so this is almost more of a power one. I think I'm gonna recommend this one for left field because you guys know having good arm strength is so important. You throw so many guys out this year, and this is good fielding, 60 speed, 84 88 power, and your vision isn't gonna get dropped off too much, only about 8 points. You will receive quite a substantial contact hit. I would say between balanced and arm focus for sure. Kind of depends on your play style. That one's kind of up in the air, kind of depends on you. For center field, we have 4 options. We have the power one, which you have 70 vision, 80 fielding, 90 arm strength in center field. That is very important. Arm strength in center and right field are the 2 most important spots in the outfield. Left field, it doesn't really matter how much arm strength you have. That's not too important. 70 speed in center field is decent with about 80 reaction. Not the greatest contact and vision in the world, but that's, you know, what you kind of expect. Right here, 66 61 power. That is a little bit low. Not a huge fan of that one. Let's look at the speed. Only 76 arm in center. I'm not a big fan of that, and the hitting is not that great either. I would throw that option out of the window. And then once again, only 73 contact or 73 arm strength here, 80 speed. I think you're gonna want to go power focus right here. I'm a big fan of having a big arm in center field. I know balance has it too. Once again, this one, if you do not have a lot of power hitters, I would say probably go with the power focus. If you have a lot of power hitters, I would maybe try to mix it up and go with the contact speedy guy. Even though there's only 6 speed, I would probably go power focus at center field. That is what I would go for. In right field, we have right here power focus to start out, and this should be like the biggest bat that you see in the outfield. 83 arm is not bad. That fielding isn't that great in general. 94 power per side, about 70 vision, 76 contact per side, 45 speed, the bat focus. So this one is kind of in general well-rounded. I like this one a bit more because that's 80 plus contact, 85 plus power both sides, 74 vision, and plus a little bit more speed, plus 10 speed. And I think yeah, he's actually better in the field too. Balanced focus, 84 speed. You don't need too much speed on right field, at least in my opinion. I would probably go with the bat focus because the power is good. He has 94 power per side, but you guys can get that up with equipment. This is well-rounded throughout the bat, and he also has about 90 arm strength, which is really solid. 55 speed is no slouch as well, or it kind of is a slouch, but it could be worse. Then finally, moving on to the pitcher, and one thing I want to mention specifically, because I have been seeing a lot of comments about this, no, you cannot change your pitches. The pitches do change depending on which one that you pick, but your pitches, you cannot pick them anymore like you could in the past. It's unfortunate, but I think they did that because people would just pick knuckleballs and the cheesiest pitches in the game, so that makes sense. But starting with our closing pitcher, of course, it's the same program, so once you make progress towards one, you make progress towards the other. So I have both the diamond closer and starter, even though it's in the same program. For the velocity one right here, you're just gonna throw a 100+ mile-an-hour fastball, so that is definitely really good. 99 K9, 90 hit 9, 79 walk 9 is still pretty solid. Balanced focus, okay, this is really good too. I would say, yeah, this is definitely better here. Not receiving too much of a big difference velocity wise. You guys can't see how much exactly it's affecting. Actually, I'm gonna move myself like right here so you guys can still see the pitches. He has a fastball, changeup, and a slider. This one has a fastball, cutter, and a changeup. The break focus, yeah, his fastball loses a lot of velo. I would recommend the balanced focus right here. Probably still throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he has a slider. This one does not. He has a cutter, and a cutter is not a very good pitch this year. The velocity focus, I'm just gonna say plain and simple, is the best for a starter. That is the one that I picked. The control, look at your fastball, 91 miles per hour. You're literally throwing couch cushions towards the plate. Do not recommend that, and more couch cushions over here. No bueno. Do not like that at all. Stay away from the control and the break focus. I have done pretty well, as you guys can see the stats. ERA under 3. I've had some pretty good success with my cap. I'm undefeated with him, so I think the pitcher is another position that you guys should do. Even if you guys have some pretty solid starting rotation already, you can always use them for your bullpen, because you always could use a nice diamond bullpen arm, and that has like 100-mile-per-hour plus fastball and a nice wipeout slider. But that, in my opinion, is the best guys that you can pick at each position for each build for your creative player. Once again, catcher, second base, shortstop, and pitcher are the ones I would recommend that you guys do first. As always, you can only put one of these guys out at once, so you have to keep that in mind. Which position do you need the most? Look at your team, what is the biggest hole, and fill that with your creative player. If you guys have any more questions, gladly leave them down below in the comment section. I'll gladly continue the conversation over there. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. There comes out.